Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and do it. Let's get swapped over here.
All right. I already got the stream up.
Look at that. Look at that clean right there. Look at that.
Actually, that looks very impressive.
Courtesy of Leaguepedia and the snippet tool.
Wow.
Please do not DMZ.
Yeah. Wow. All right, let me rub my hands together to get myself ready. To talk about some amazing League of Legends. But are we starting?
Yeah,
starting.
Let's go ahead and do it.
Okay, so welcome to another episode of Everything LCS. We are here after the results of Week 1. We had some very interesting times during this broadcast. I had to bring down the tone for the excitement, just because the broadcast was interesting. But I actually enjoyed the games for Week 1. Definitely a lot better than the games we saw Week 1 spring, or for a majority of spring. I was actually super pleased about the performance of some of the teams and some of the play that we saw. Some weren't so impressive. I won't say any names yet, but we could just assume what they were. But no, yeah, first week of LCS in the books. I was super happy to finally get back to it. It was great to see, well, not really see the players, but see our pros here already and trying to start their journey to make it to playoffs.
Yeah,
and the games were honestly really good, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean,
and Evil Geniuses Academy.
Hey, they won. Okay, it doesn't matter. But I don't know if anybody's watching before they came over here. The Huni play, the set ult under the tower.
Yeah, I saw that. I was on Twitter and I just see the clip of just Huni ulting the guy in the tower. I didn't see the game because I was myself playing some games, but apparently they won. So Huni diff doesn't matter.
Exactly.
In terms of Academy at the moment.
It's training weights. Okay, they'll all be better having to play without a top laner.
Exactly. Everyone in EG Academy right now will be top tier contenders in the LCS after having their Huni weights on. But we're not here to talk about Academy.
You're right.
LCS. Academy LCS. Honestly, their broadcast has been good. And it was a lot better than the broadcast that we saw this week. Unfortunately, I ended up missing some of the broadcast because I don't know, I ended up missing it. I saw some segments I just feel like I have to skip, so I glossed over it. But Vega, how did you feel about it? Did you watch it from beginning to end, especially Friday Night League? I only tuned in for the games for the most part, but you seem like you have some very strong feelings pent up inside of you at the moment.
Okay, yeah, let me start this off with I am really happy that they are trying things, because you watch LEC and they're fun and they're doing cool things and it's exciting and you're interested in the stuff in between the games, right?
Yeah.
So I'm happy that the LCS is trying things. This just, to me, wasn't it. I don't know, it wasn't even so much a lot of people complained about the content and the technical issues, which I won't get into technical issues. Riot knows, they're gonna fix that. They're doing all the work from home stuff. I'm not that worried about the technical issues, because I know they'll fix that. That's not a choice. They didn't choose to have technical issues.
Yeah.
I can't think of the guy's name. Something Dragon that they had.
Sushi Dragon.
Sushi Dragon, who was the in between. Between games thing.
He wasn't only once. When I was watching some of the VODs for Friday Night League, I watched some of the beginning and I was just like, what is happening? What is this?
Yeah, right, it's I got it in the summer finals after party because the setting made sense.
Yeah, it was a summer finals after party,
Yeah, but in the middle, I get Friday. They want Friday to be a party. and they want like it to be fun and like have all this stuff happening. But then like when I was watching it, I was like, what is happening? It's like 8 o'clock on a Saturday, like after the first game. There's like another game to go. Like, what is happening here? And then like they go back to the analyst desk, and you're like, how do I shift between the two of those like easily?
Yeah, you go from hello North America to all right, guys, and here we are coming back to the LCS. We're gonna kick off the games with 100 Thieves versus EG, and you're just like, what the heck is going on here?
It was as if someone had like hacked the stream and was playing their own thing. I gotta get this cat. Hold on.
The cat. All right.
I gotta get this cat.
Okay. All right. Well, Vega talks about the cat. I'll just fill in some parts here. You know, I did see some of the broadcasts. It was very, very interesting. The overlay that they had. Oh, you lost it?
I don't know where it went.
Oh, jeez.
Oh well.
Okay. Well, I was just saying how I was trying to fill the void, but for me, I feel that like it's, as you said, it's great that they're trying new things, and I know like with COVID-19 happening and like in California, it looks like it's like on the roller coaster at the moment, and they want to, and so they can't do exactly what LEC does. You know, LEC's in the studio; they have everything that they need,
right,
to like, you know, produce a product that they want, like working from home, doing all these like technicalities in regards to like the LCS is just crazy, you know. And with the analyst desk, I wish the layout they had, like I know some people already talked about like 3D monitor type thing that they have. That kind of messes with my eyes a bit. I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, you're like.
But yeah, you know, it's good that like Friday Night League, I did miss most of it, but I'm glad that they did try new things.
Yeah,
Friday Night League.
Like it. Like, I mean, like there's even the overlay stuff. Like, I'm not terribly against the new overlay. It's just kind of like the font needs to be adjusted.
You're talking about the HUD, right?
Yeah, like in game.
Yeah.
Because like the only issue I have is on the new one. I'm like watching it. I'm like, well, which one? Like at a quick glance, it's not easy for me to tell which one is Baron or which one's dragons, which one's towers, which one's kills. Yeah, or I mean, towers and kills more.
Yeah,
it's just
when I was watching Academy, it looked like that they made it larger a bit. I know that was one problem a lot of people had about the like how small it looked and everything. So watching Academy today, yes, that's right, guys. I do watch Academy. I do want to see what's happening. I'm not on Huni watch. I'm more on 100 Thieves watch. I've been liking Fake God and Contracts and Soligo lately. Even Poom. The whole 100 Thieves Academy is actually looking pretty good. But yeah, the overlay there, it seemed that they listened to things. It does look slightly bigger and all the other stuff. So I think tomorrow, I don't know if Friday Night League is gonna go. I wish they made it more of like a lounge type thing. But we'll see. We'll see. It's tomorrow. A lot of strong feelings have been said and shared, and a lot of people are like sad that it's falling behind the LEC. You know, I'm sad. I watch the LEC a lot.
Yeah,
and it's super great and super fun.
Well,
but,
part
you know,
of it is like we can't do some of the stuff that they would do already. Like if we were in studio, I think that really hurts the Friday Night League thing because, like you said, you could do like a lounge thing if it were, you know, in the actual studio, because then you could have several people. But when you have like webcams, it's just like hard to get like a party atmosphere across. And it's like 4 people on webcams. I don't know. I didn't dislike the Monday Night League format, you know, the way they did the graphics and like the stuff like that. I feel like Friday night those should be like, so sometimes in like the NFL, NBA a little bit too, they do what's called flex scheduling. So like if a game's coming up and it's two teams that are like undefeated, they'll flex that game to a different day, like a prime time, you know, slot. And it feels like Fridays should be that. Like Friday should be your flex of like, it's going to be our primetime game. That's your draw to come watch on Friday night is it's going to be like two big matchups. You know, it's going to be like EGC9, you know, on Friday night at 8 o'clock. And then you'd be like, yeah, I'm going to tune into that. That's awesome.
Okay, so like TSM versus TL should have been.
Yeah, you flex that. Friday. Yeah. And then you're like, oh, I'm 100% going to watch on Friday because it's TSM TL. And then you can do the fun stuff because you've already got your audience there. It's Friday night. People are tuning in. You know, you do more stuff like that. I feel like.
Yeah. like instead of this week they have, all right guys, don't like make a sigh or anything. They have CLG versus Golden Guardians and Immortals versus TSM
Yeah, it's like who's
tomorrow, and those games like no one's really gonna care about in reality.
those are VOD watches, man. Those are VOD watches.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not staying up late at night to watch those matchups unless you're me.
Yeah, like the thing is that the one thing that they couldn't do, like I see for this week coming up, we have Cloud9 versus Evil Geniuses, and we also have Evil Geniuses versus TL. Sadly, we can't have both of them in one day, so that wouldn't have worked out. If they tried, but no, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously you don't move all your best games, but this would be a week where you could have like what was it, CLG and Golden Guardians, and then you could have your next game be the, EG C9 game this week. And then you get all your previewers on your game that's not as hyped up because they're there early to watch, EG versus C9 because it's hype. Instead of having it as like, I don't know, what is it, the third or fourth game on a Saturday?
Yeah, because I mean, it'd be cool because LEC, they have their match of the day, but then they have their match of the week, and then they end off the match of the week on like if it was LEC format, match of the week would be EG versus Cloud9.
Right.
But that would be like the last game on Sunday, like kind of drag everybody in to really view it. But I feel for like LCS, we don't really have, for the most part, we really don't have matches of the days. Because
not really.
A lot of our teams, well, I won't say that this split, but like last split, a lot of our teams didn't feel or seem that competitive. I feel that's different. Definitely, this split, just from seeing the first round of games, teams like, and we'll get into this later, like teams like TL, C9, FlyQuest, EG, and even Golden Guardians. Even Golden Guardians is looking good.
Oh yeah.
Did I mention TSM? I feel like I left them out on purpose. But yeah, TSM.
They're in there.
Yeah, I feel like right now our upper bracket 6 teams seem like they have some more competitiveness right now. And it's good to see. So maybe they could try to do the match of the week thing. I know they won't be like, oh, you're copying LEC, but it's good to hype up.
Who doesn't do a match of the week though? Like what sport doesn't do a match of the week?
Exactly. Or I mean, match of the week, but like match of the day also.
Right. Yeah.
Just having match of the day that could hype things up a bit more. Like people are tuning into the stream and seeing like, wait, let me pull up the schedule. We have here like Team Liquid versus 100 Thieves. They're like, oh, I don't really want to watch that game. But then they're like, hey, we have a match of the day, and it's like two somewhat competitive teams, and the fact that they're hyping it up as a match of the day, that'll get people interested. They'll have them be like, oh, maybe I'll stick around and see this game. So there's a lot of things that they could be doing for the broadcast. That I mean, I know that they're going to be working on it and making gradual changes, but there's really simple things they could tweak to make it better.
It feels like there's easy stuff too that they're not like capitalizing on. Like if Riot did have an official fantasy league, then you get your fantasy segment at the beginning of each week on Friday night. You get your Stardom Situm fantasy thing for the week. Where you get more content from your analyst. It just feels right now like it's game, talk about the game, talk about the game, talk about the game.
Yeah, 100%. Like that's exactly what it feels like. It's like, here we go. It's just it's because we're lacking in the LCS right now. We're definitely lacking a sense of storylines, in my opinion. Because what do we have? We have a storyline we have going right now is TSM and TL, just because of Double Lift. That's just a force. That's right. Just a storyline that brings up, and it's kind of forced just because it's Double Lift. Double Lift just hurt the player. They always talk about. It'd be nice if they could push like different narratives around, like.
Yeah, where's the Svenskeren Blabber narrative? Like, Blabber replaced an MVP jungler and then won MVP. We should be hyping this rivalry up. They're both undefeated in play this week. And there's nothing out of like, hey, Svenskeren should want to beat Blabber because he replaced him on C9. This is like, it feels like, I think this is just like a community thing too. I saw some of it on Reddit and Twitter and stuff. It's just people are exhausted with the Double Lift, storyline. because it's like it's repeated because it was he leaves CLG to go to TSM. You know, he wants revenge against CLG. He leaves TSM, goes to Team Liquid. He wants revenge on Team TSM. Now he's on TSM. He wants revenge on Team Liquid. It's like, I mean, I love Double F to death. He's, you know, our most marketable player probably, but it's just it's we've been through this. There's only so many times I can get hyped up about Double F wanting to beat his former team.
Yeah, like it's a definite sense of favoritism. I mean, they can even start making of like Golden Guardians. Look, like this right now, honestly, out of the bat, this is the first week they ever looked like good. In
They
my
look
opinion.
sick.
They almost beat Team Liquid, actually. So, and that fact alone, that could like they could start a narrative like, oh, is this like Golden Guardian split? Are they going to make that push? Because you know they made playoffs, but then they got immediately kicked out. Is there a chance that they could do more? Is there a chance that they could push even further beyond, you know, of what they had? You know, that's one sort, and it's not even like Golden Guardians versus X Team. It's legit just like, is this their time? You know, they could like, that's one thing, and even they could make it like boring. They could even make boring matchups semi-interesting, like, oh, CLG versus Golden Guardians. Like, oh, Golden Guardians falls here. Maybe it was just like, like not fluke, but like I'm thinking of the word. Yeah.
The CLG loss was a fluke.
Yeah, the CLG loss was a fluke, and maybe everyone put too much faith in Golden Guardians because their week one was just so good. You know? I mean, there's multiple narratives you could put in, like FlyQuest narrative, Power Evil just trying to prove that he is the best. You know?
Yeah, exactly. So do you want to just start? You want to just run down the teams?
Yeah, we can run down the teams. So right now we have our top two, Cloud9, EG, 2-0. Then there's Team Liquid.
You got a fan?
Yeah, I love this guy, actually. Yeah, so we have Cloud9, EG, and TL as the top three teams. All of them looked pretty good. All of them look good. EG had perfect game, which is really hype. And
I'm hyped.
That is incredibly hype for them. And then we have middle of the pack with like everyone who's 1-1. CLG, FlyQuest, Golden Guardians,
CLG.
TSM. Wait, did I see CLG?
Yeah, you did. The CLG is 1-1.
Yeah, CLG is in fact 1-1, and then we have the bottom pack: 100 Thieves, Dignitas, Immortals. Yeah, honestly, which game do we start off with first? I feel like Fly C9, just because C9's at the top of the barrel, and honestly, that game was super good.
Yeah, that game was actually sick. Like, this is one of the few teams this week that started with a loss that I'm like, FlyQuest still might be the second best team in the league. Like, 100%, like, I still am like, they're so good. Yeah, they are still so good. They did not look like they, like, fell off at all. Like, C9 looked like C9, which is good, because I had kind of worried. I'm like, well, how much your team's going to catch up to C9, you know, over, you know, this little break and stuff like that, since a lot of teams started scrimming early and things like that. But, oh, thank you. So,
thanks, man, for the Twitch Prime. Really appreciate the support.
Everybody ask your moms if your moms have Amazon Prime. Being the Twitch Primes here. But seriously, though, yeah, so, like, C9 looked super crisp also in this game. But it's crazy to me how good FlyQuest can look in a losing game to C9. Like, C9's just on that level where you're like, wow, that team's really good. They, like, almost survived against C9, you know?
That actually is every C9 game. If it's not a hard stomp, you know, 100 Thieves was a pretty hard stomp. But, you know, with the FlyQuest game, it was back and forth. FlyQuest was really trying to fight tooth and nail with C9 until they just lost. Like, I can't exactly recall when exactly like the turn happened. I mean, it mostly happened around dragon fights. You know, C9 ended up, they had good prioritization over dragons. They got Dragon Soul, and yeah, it was their own objective control. FlyQuest did try their best to fight back and forth with C9, and it worked. They were even in kills. They were
early on in that game, it was close.
Yeah, they were really they're really pushing it. But even though they were doing all those fights, and and really showing that they should be considered. Hey, we got to the finals for a reason. They still lost like all the objectives.
Yeah. Blabber
To
is
see that.
so good. Like Blabber is just insane, and it's not just a fluke. Like both games this weekend for C9, he was an absolute monster again.
Yeah, like the 100 Thieves C9 game, they legit played against Blabber, and that's they played through Blabber, and like what was it? It was Galio, GP, Olaf, Ezreal, Yumi, I believe, and
Olaf
and
Yumi
they
is just so disgusting. It's just
yeah, they just
so
made
disgusting.
sure. Yeah, they just made sure wherever Blabber was, we could. Galio, okay, boom, help Blabber. Blabber's fighting, okay, GP, okay, boom. Like, it's just really cool, and it's terrifying because they legit exploited 100 Thieves, like one of the weaker points, which is the jungle mid matchup. But it wasn't even also through mid; it was legit just Blabber running over Meteos.
Yeah, I mean,
and then
like
pushing
this
them.
insane. Like I think he said, Blabber said in an interview like during the week that he was like, "Yeah, teams just keep giving me Olaf, and I'm just legitimately walking at them, destroying them, and my team's just backing me up." It's like it's that easy for him to just beat LCS teams.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, this is the only LCS team that I see like channeling their wins through their jungle effectively. Like that was one game where it was just like, wow, they're really they just made Blabber the carry, and he performed. And and it's crazy because every other player on C9 has the potential to carry, but the fact they use their jungle to just push the win for that game is pretty good. And I mean, okay, sure they could. We're not sure if they could do this against, say, maybe TL or EG. You know, because 100 Thieves, I would say, is weak on that side in terms of like jungle. So it was like super easy, but it's great to see that when they're put up against these weaker teams, they're not afraid to like try a comp like, we're play through Blabber and just wreck you in the face. You know, it was great. It was good.
Yeah. Moving on, you want to talk about EG? I mean,
yeah. I mean,
the
do you want to
boys.
start about EG? Yeah, the boys, the live evil lifestyle.
Is Jizuke the best player in the league right now?
Really? Are you gonna say that?
Great player or greatest player?
Wait, who is the greatest player in the league? I thought you said GG was a great team.
Jizuke. Best player in the league right now?
Oh, okay.
Best player ever?
Not best player ever, but it seems
probably not best player in the league either, because Blabber is still, and Vulcan, and a lot of C9 players are still in the league.
Yeah, Blabber is really popping off. But Jizuke, maybe second best player. I mean, Power of Evil is doing great right now.
Yeah.
As well. So I mean, definitely we definitely have like the easy top 3 mids. We have Niski, Jizuke, and Power of Evil.
Did you ever think you would make that list without Jensen and Bjergsen?
I did. I think so because those two players, they don't have that pop off playstyle that you need currently.
I agree.
You know, they don't have that. I'm going to run up to your face and smack you with your own minions. Okay, that's what you need to play mid. And if you don't do that, you're just a basic NA mid laner, depending on your team fighting and NA ARAM, ARAM. You know, so.
How impressed were you this week with EG's top laner? Did you see a noticeable difference?
Yeah, Kumo actually looked super good. I mean, I don't really have the stats up, but you know, he wasn't giving away solo kills individually. He was getting leads. He was making good roams. You know, for all we know, this could be a product of him 1v1ing Huni, because I don't know, like teams may hear, so. Our top laners are, C9's top laners are 1v1ing. Maybe, I think your audio may have cut.
I'm okay on stream. Can you not hear me?
Okay, never mind.
Okay,
never mind.
Cool.
It like maybe cut a little. But yeah.
Spooky.
So you have the ghost in you.
Spooky.
But no, like Kumo definitely looked better laning in general. I mean, he was on Aatrox and Poppy. I saw like, these are some of his champs that he's most comfortable on. But he honestly looked really good. He looked really good. He didn't fall behind at all.
He had a huge lead against Someday. like in lane in the 100 Thieves game. I was like, I remember looking down at like the CS and being like, wait a minute, is this like messed up? Someday is down like this much to, EG's top laner Kumo? And I was like, oh, okay, sick. This is sick, because if Kumo is even decent, this team is awesome. Like, if he just...
even a little bit decent, but beating Someday in lane...
Yeah, it's like, holy crap, this team can be really good.
Exactly. So, is he more than decent? Yes.
And it's Summer Svenskeren.
Oh, yeah, Summer Svenskeren. Hey, the league matters now.
Yeah, it matters now. You need to put... Well, you need to get top 8. So
you get top 8. I mean, it's not that hard, but you just don't want to be bottom of the playoff barrel there.
You're definitely going to want that bye, especially now.
Yeah, like, for all we know, this is the one thing that I thought when Huni got on EG. It's like, Huni could possibly help Kumo with his laning. Maybe with, like, because they could be running 1v1s. I mean, it doesn't look like that because Huni's legit running it. How
much Kumo is learning from these 1v1s.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they just swapped powers real quick. Actually, I'm not even sure because Huni didn't look that good last split either.
Kumo is teaching Huni.
Yeah, but we could be, that's one thing. They could be running 1vs. And so Kumo could be learning, what happens when you leave Huni in the lane, like, alone? I mean, not today, he legit ran into the tower. But usually people don't gank Huni, he really pushed his advantages. That's why people hard focused his lane, Right. So, but in an isolated setting, 1v1ing a person, Kumo could be learning a lot. So
I agree. And it's nice just having another person who's been a pro, who's played on big stages, just there to talk to you, I'm sure. Just about like the pressures of LCS, especially someone who's taken a lot of criticism in his career, like Huni has. I'm sure that's like great for Kumo, who's essentially a rookie. It's essentially his first year starting. It's like great to have someone around who's like, I've been through this, I've been on the world's final stage, Just, anybody with experience like that to help you, because like it's not like they had another top laner on roster who had done that, who had dealt with those things.
Yeah. There's no other top in NA that, I mean, other than Impact, but Impact was like a world so long ago,
Yeah, season 3. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and Huni still has some type of recency bias and would really help out with Kumo's development. But yeah, they just look so good. They perfect game CLG, the 5th perfect game all time in the LCS, which is unbelievable. I see you have your CLG jersey on.
Well, I was gonna wear my 100 Thieves one, but they were 0-2, so I was like, well, we'll go with the 1-1 jersey, I guess.
We'll go with the 1-1 team that had the Clown Fiesta game too.
But we are not last place. We are not last place.
That's true. You're not last place, so that's plus side there. Yeah, I mean, we can move off of EG and talk a bit about Team Liquid and maybe a bit of TSM too, because
yeah. All
right. So, Team Liquid. What do you think? The game 1 versus TSM, they looked really good.
Really good.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there was a little bit though, because people were talking about like leading up that TSM had not looked great in scrims, and they had not been.
There were interviews like Niski had. He was like, TSM's still bad.
Yeah. So I mean, like I kind of thought, like there's a chance that TL just smashes them, because I don't think TL is bad. Like I think that those players, especially since they said they're one of the first teams that started scrimming, and they revamped their coaching staff in a way that seemed productive, unlike bringing like Parth back. So I kind of had an idea that like this could happen. Like TL could just smash I didn't expect a 25-minute game, but a Kane who doesn't transform till like 23 minutes.
Till 23 minutes in the game.
Oh my gosh.
I feel that is also TSM's fault. They're not. Do you think TSM is a team to help your jungle?
No.
No, exactly. And, I feel with Kane, there's 2 things you need to do with Kane. You have to legit run it down like into the enemy jungle and get as many orbs as you can
You have to, yeah.
to transform as fast as possible. And in order to do that, you do need your team to help you, especially in pro play. Like you need to be there. You need to be ready to. I'm going to get these orbs, like no matter what, so I can become a champion in at least 10 minutes.
So I can at least play the game.
Yeah. So, we'll see. Like I'm not going to hold that against Spica. I mean, kind of.
Well, his second game was like night and day. I'm going to say it right now. TSM is the Nicolas Cage of League of Legends. They are both the worst and best teams simultaneously. Well, not best. Second, third best. Fourth best. Worst and fourth best.
The worst and fourth best team.
They just, I don't know. Like the first game, I don't know how much weight you put on it. Because like it's the first game not even on stage, but like first game of them playing against a really good team, we think now at least. And they look so night and day in their second game. Now, granted, it was Dig, not, sounding the alarms that TSM's back, but we saw it last split too. They go 1-1. That's what they do. They don't show up to one game. They show up great to the next game. And it's kind of like how Niski said, it doesn't really feel like there's anything different for the roster now than there was last, but like there's no change because their play style is exactly the same.
Yeah, they're not like adjusting. But okay, we have flamed TSM a bit, but we shall focus on the true team, Team Liquid. The TSM game was great. Tactical is second most kills in the league, right behind Jizuke, and week one. Him and Core JJ looked fantastic. Impact made a huge, like it didn't seem like it was a huge play, but he like made a huge play versus the Golden Guardians, which really helped them.
Even with this terrible item build.
Yes, even with this terrible item build. Actually, I know Leandri's is a unique passive, but isn't the Madness one on Leandri's not on the other mask?
Let me see.
That's what I feel like. Like when I saw that, I thought about it. I was like, I'd pretty like if you get the second tier, there's a chance they may stack.
They may. Regardless, it was a sick play.
Well, yeah,
like a game-winning play.
Yeah, it was game-winning play. It really helped them because it was like super even. Golden Guardians was really good. DeMonte was making some really great plays in general, and I don't know it was a pretty good game. Closer practically basically out jungled Broxo, but
yeah, Broxo had that really bad path early and got punished for it, and then like Closer was just taking the game over.
Yeah, and that's one reason why I think right now Summer is definitely more competitive. Just like that game alone, like if it was Spring Split, maybe not that Spring Split TL, but maybe like another time. Like I don't think a team would have been able to pull that off. If it was this iteration of TL and it was Spring Split, I don't think a team would have been able to do that.
Right, and
the Guardians did.
It speaks to Team Liquid too for like their iteration now versus the spring, because like the games in the spring where this happened to them, like something messed up in the early game, they were just done.
Yeah, they just fell apart.
And it speaks so much to them that they could have a game like this where they hung on and got it to late game where they had a better team fight and comp and won. Jensen looks sick this week, which he was good in spring. It looks like he's carrying that over. Him and Brock still look considerably better, especially against TSM. And like you said, just Tactical and Core JJ they look amazing in the bot lane. I'll say the biggest change probably is Impact actually putting pressure on the map. Since like in spring he was like gone, and then like it looks like now he's rejuvenated to be like, okay, now maybe with Double If gone, there's a chance for someone else to step up and be like, I'm the face of this team, I'm the star of this team, which I hope happens. I hope all 5 players are like, this is our chance to shine as a team. we're not just 4 guys playing for one person now. We're all, good pieces of this good team.
Yeah, like it's really a big improvement for like TL in general. They look really good. Impact woke up. So no solo kills this week on him. No isolated deaths in the top lane. And that's legit all people really wanted out of TL.
Yeah, thank God. There's no solo kills on Impact this week. Like, thank God.
Yeah, like guys, just please try, and they did, and Jat is doing great. I'd like to see Broxa on maybe like Nidalee, or Graves. I know he could use those champs.
Definitely Graves. I don't know about Nidalee.
Yeah, wait, did he use Nidalee this week? No,
he didn't.
Yeah, he used Trundle. Yeah, he used Trundle both games. He could use Nidalee. I feel. Come on, he went to finals with Fnatic.
I know. I'm just.
Can only closer use Nidalee?
Only closer is allowed to use Nidalee.
Okay, all right, that's fair. That's a fair statement. Okay, with us celebrating the return of TL, we can move on to. Let's see, we have three teams here. We did talk about FlyQuest a bit. Yeah, we talked about FlyQuest. So we can move on to maybe Golden Guardians, or do you want to talk about CLG?
Yeah, let's talk about CLG. You can tell I'm hyped. We got perfect gamed, and I'm hyped up because we won a game.
Now they can't go winless.
Exactly. That's it. Immortals is 0-2. Okay? Like, it happened. I was so stressed watching this game.
God.
I was like, if we lose to Immortals, I'm never going outside in any CLG apparel ever again. It will never happen.
My favorite part of that whole game was when they could have got Baron, but Ruin chases Gate into the turret, dies, then they run to Baron and they stop and they're like, oh no, we can't get Baron. And then they brought back mid lane. And it was just the funniest thing. Like watching CLG in the IMT game was just hilarious. The EG game was sad.
The EG game was depressing. And I've like kind of sort of gotten on the EG bandwagon last year. I was like, I like this. They're my favorite like new team. Is EG. Yeah.
But I felt so bad with the EG game for CLG because it was like Pobelter, just playing the game. Then all of a sudden it's like Wiggly is dead.
Game's over.
Like, dead.
Game's over.
Okay.
Like
Wiggly dies like 3 times, and it's just so bad. And I was like, geez, Pobelter, I know you want to try your hardest here, but this really isn't looking.
It was like people were like, CLG's good in scrims, and I was like, 6th place. They're gonna be 6th place. Game starts. Perfect game. I'm like, this is literally the worst thing that could happen. It's
just so funny because legit so many people were like, hey, don't sleep on CLG. CLG is actually pretty decent. Hey, CLG, keep an eye out for them.
That's so CLG. That's so CLG. The second people think we're good is counter logic. The second people think we're good, we're terrible. We get perfect game. I'm like, stop rooting for us.
Yeah, it's just, oh, jeez, it was just so sad. He was trying his best, but, the Immortals game, CLG, it was, I felt like that game, that was like how the game ended. It just seemed like Pobelter was like, okay, guys, we're ending this game. I don't care what's going on. We're going to end this game. He TP'd bot, and they pushed all the way to the Nexus because legit everyone else was like running around the map, going who knows where. And I'm like watching. I'm like, guys, what are you doing? You just aced them and like got the dragon. What are you trying to do here?
Gotta get this top farm.
Gotta get the top farm. Like, and I could just imagine Pobelter going like, guys, get your asses to bot lane. We could end right now.
We've never been here before.
Yeah,
wait, they're all dead.
Oh, wait. Exactly. Like, oh wait, we can end. So, at least they have a win. Now they can't go winless, unlike Immortals. Do I think they'll? Who are they up against this week?
Golden Guardians and Dig.
And
2-2, maybe.
Yeah, okay. Dig, yeah, okay, 2-2. They may be going 1-1 for a while till they get a really hard week. Yeah, I don't know. CLG is just. Uh, well, we'll see. We'll see
It's
how
a
things
hot
go.
mess. Yeah.
That's the definition. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we went over. Just went over like 6 teams and TSM. All right. Let's head into 100 Thieves.
100. Did we talk Golden Guardians really?
Oh no, Golden
Because
Guardians.
I
We'll
want to
talk
go.
about
I
Golden
want to
Guardians
gush.
first.
I want to gush over Golden Guardians because
Okay,
like
you gush. Go
they
go talk
looked
about Golden Guardians.
they looked so good this week. Like they actually look sick. I think this Demonte signing is going to be like one of the best signings of this split. Like they looked competitive against really good teams. Like Golden Guardians, not Dig was not great, but they looked considerably better than Dig. Like it didn't look like Dig had a chance of winning the game. Then they go up against TL, who has 4 all-star players, and Tactical, who looks like he's top 5 AD carry maybe in a league we don't really know
And they
yet.
get a lead.
Yeah, they had a lead. That game was winnable. Like, but they're a fresh roster with a new mid laner, and they're young, and they have who he support. And I mean, like, they're still in the game, and I could definitely see that team beating TSM, beating FlyQuest, beating somebody like that. Like this team looks dangerous, and I love it.
Yeah.
I love that there's another team that's young. I love that Closer stayed, and now has, no offense to Golden Glue, has like a hyper aggressive mid laner he can play with because Demonte
Yeah,
is like
someone he
sick.
Yeah, someone he can make plays with. And as I said, be hyper aggressive. And yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I'm really happy with Golden Guardians. Like the job they're doing, like slowly building a really good roster. If they don't get like poached this offseason to hell and back, like they got. I don't think it's a championship roster to split. I think they're too top heavy right now. In
you
the
think they
league.
make quarterfinals?
Yeah, I could see that. I think I could see them beating FlyQuest, TSM. I don't see them beating Team Liquid EGC9. I think FlyQuest should beat them, but I could see a world where they beat them. You know what I mean? Because I don't think Demonte is hugely worse than PoE. I think PoE is better, but like outside of that, like they match up all right with FlyQuest, right? Like both of them are weak in the bot lane, aggressive junglers, good rock top laners, good mid laners. Like I could see that. I think they're.
Yeah.
We'll see how TSM goes, but I could see it. I could see them being a quarterfinal. I could see them being the semifinal team.
Yeah, and he may not be better in PoE, but who of the two went to Worlds last year?
You don't have to remind me CLG didn't go to Worlds. We don't have to.
Sorry, I just had to bring it up.
To just keep dredging up CLG failure.
But yeah, they definitely look super good. I was so happy to see the Echo pick. It's good to see that we have. So right now, I say after that we have 4 pretty aggressive mid laners in the league right now. We have Niski, Shizuke, PoE. I will consider PoE aggressive. Like he's been really working it, and Demonte, and Demonte going on Echo. I was super excited to see that. Demonte went on the Jace. He had a pretty good game. In my opinion, mid game flops happen, but I definitely feel that if Golden Guardians want to try an early game comp, because FBI is a mechanical player. He just makes boneheaded mistakes. But I feel if Golden Guardians could maybe shine up whatever they're doing, I feel they could definitely be a really good early game team, in my opinion. And Hanser could be the insurance, but they have the making to be a really good early game team, and they could actually take that and run with it. If they're able to shore up their mid game blunders like they had with TL, because they both games they got good leads early. So really looking forward to how these guys progress. It's exciting. It's great. Our top half of the league is semi-competitive.
I'm just hyped that like you said that top half of the league is competitive this split. It doesn't feel like C9's just far and away the best team. Because last split it was EG and FlyQuest are good, but no one really believed they were gonna unseat C9. And I actually believe right now, if Kumo is good, and Team Liquid, like if tactical meshes well, that both of those teams potentially could, threaten C9, which is like awesome.
Yeah, it's exciting. Instead of spring, it was like, C9's gonna just win. Now it's like, all right, who can step up? Who can possibly step up? Who can give them a run for their money?
EG.
And, that's
it's
super
EG.
exciting. Yeah, probably EG. But now we're on the bottom half. You're at the low of the low, and we're gonna start off with 100 Thieves. They just look like 100 Thieves to me. Honestly, like they went against C9 and EG in the same week. Like no one thought they were going to win that. At all. Really. Stunt is still getting caught. Ryoma still isn't having any real pressure. I guess people were saying how in the Zoe game who was using Zoe? Maybe EG. I think. People were saying the Zoe game he did have some type of a lead, but he was not using it anywhere. He was missing all of his bubbles, all this other stuff, and I saw it and I hear it and I'm just like, oh man, I really thought Ryoma was really getting there, especially after playoffs. I mean, he wasn't amazing in playoffs, but he definitely looked a lot better than he did for the split. But it's just, and then and then Meteos is just getting out jungled because we have two aggressive junglers, Finskaren and Blabber, and Stunt's getting caught out. Oh, I said that already, but I can't
again. And then they start with TL this week.
Yeah, they start with TL this week. And Cody's and Sunday are good players, but I feel Stunt could probably make them just solo lose the lane. Versus 100 versus the TL.
Stunt is not Vulcan.
Yeah, he's really seeing him already again in the beginning and just making the same mistakes is just it's just a big sigh. I really wish they didn't. I can't say it. I gotta say it with a grain of salt because they were up against EG and C9.
Yeah, I mean, two of the best teams in the league.
Yeah, but they have a really good top laner, and then they have a pretty good ADC. He's made it to Worlds each time he's been on a roster. Probably not making Worlds this time, but that's one thing to attest to. It's just if this split they don't make it to quarters, in my opinion, there's some things they should really look at. The support definitely put in Chime. Wait, is it no Poom? My bad.
Poom, yeah.
Put in Poom for Cody-san and jungler. Alright, so Contracts has actually looked pretty good in Academy right now, but I attest that to right now it's Graves Nidalee meta.
It's his meta.
Those are
it's 100% his meta.
Yeah, when he joined the league, that's what he looked good on. That's what he came in.
Yeah, but why not use that now? I mean, if that's what the league is, the league has shifted to aggressive junglers right now. That's what's strong. I mean, it would feel bad for Meteos because the last time he was replaced on C9, Contracts became the jungler. But I mean, if he's playing, I mean, what's the point in having an academy team if you're not looking to bring some of those players up at some point?
That's true. But here, you want to hear my argument for this?
Give me your argument. All right. So, are you going to sell me on keeping Meteos?
No, I have 4 words. Trust in the Papa.
I do believe.
But no, I'm just joking. I agree though. It's an aggressive jungle meta. You need good mid jungle synergy. I'm not saying Meteos and Ryoma have bad mid jungle synergy, but they just don't look good.
I'm not saying it's good.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's bad.
Saying it's good.
That would imply that they were doing something together to have synergy.
Okay.
Or not have it.
You're right.
So
but we will see.
Yeah, they have Immortals. They have Immortals in the last game of Sunday, so that's their chance. So if they get potentially you expect them almost, even on power rankings, to not beat TLEGC9. Okay, so it looks bad at 0-3, but then their next, 6 games are against teams they potentially beat, right? So if they come out of the first round robin like 5-4, 6-3, then we're talking about like, hey, this team's middle of the pack like we expected. Like we can't read too far into them losing to the 2 best teams in the league, or even the 3 best. If they lose, on Saturday, it's like, well,
It's like
we
it's
all
the top
thought
3.
TLO was better. Then it's not a surprise that 100 Thieves lost to them.
Yeah, like they're currently going against the top 3 teams, and I mean after that, then they'll just have FlyQuest to really worry about. TSM, as I said, just
We can't count them out,
they're
though.
sure not.
Can't count them out. Like, they're going to be
you can't.
a playoff team. I'm almost 100% sure. Like,
There's no way they're getting 9th and 10th.
well, remember what we said last split about Liquid?
Okay, well, but it was double lift, so.
Well, he's on
Double Lift
TSM?
Yeah, okay, whatever. Okay, that's not important. What's important is 100 Thieves, they still have a chance to, like, show, legit, it seems like that they just have the hardest schedule, like, in the beginning, and then they'll have easy schedule afterwards, so.
Yeah, because I think they beat Immortals, Dig, CLG easily. And then if you're ahead of those 3 teams, you're already, sitting in 6th place, which is where we had them.
Yeah, exactly. And so, moving off of the Thieves, the heist coordinators, we're going to talk about the Owl Boys.
Whew. That was not, oh my gosh, that was not supposed to be an owl joke. And it just happened. This is a natural comedy.
I didn't even catch that, but now you did, and I hate. Now I did, and I hate it. So
I hate it too. It's mutual hate for my own terrible joke.
Oh, jeez. But yeah, Dig. Yeah, no, they just didn't really look that good at all. Like Viper didn't look good.
They don't do anything. I started Lorlo in fantasy.
No, you did. Dude, I did not touch any Dig players. The only one I touched was Johnson.
I auto-drafted on accident. I showed up at like 8:45. It was like, my team sucks.
Yeah, no, I went 3-0 in my fantasy, so I'm a drafting genius. But yeah, Dig just did not look good or convincing. Viper really didn't look that good. Acadian, he didn't look that good, but I mean, legit, none of his laners looked good in general.
They don't do anything.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And afterwards, Acadian put out a tweet. He's like, "Guys, we will go back to our fundamentals. This is not how we wanted to start the league." I'm like, that is great.
Good.
But I know you can be an aggressive jungler, Acadian. So legit, just do it. Just go. Like, I don't care what side you play, but like, just try and be aggressive. The middle game did not look good. Like the bot lane,
Oh, they look bad. They just look bad.
Yeah, I just want Afremu to be a coach already. I think his time is done. Like that last stint with the 100 Thieves going to Worlds, I think that was it. Get Johnson another support. Get him treats. Yeah, Johnson treats. It'd be good.
Where's the Diamond Love?
Yeah, Diamond too. Diamond Procs, super good.
Get him on a team. Do you want to move on to the main course?
The bottom of the barrel.
Holy moly!
The no firepower team.
Yeah,
Immortals.
Immortals sucks. Okay.
Well, I mean, we had them 10th. That's we saw this coming. They are in fact the worst team in the league. They have Gate back on their roster as support. Like they could. All right. Here's the thing. They have Apollo and Hakuho, who are legit just a stable bot lane. They're not going to give that many. They're not going to give away that many leads. They're not going to give away anything. Like put Altec back in because Altec. People say like I forgot who it was some interview. It was like Altec can possibly has a chance to like just know what to do in solo carry a game, which we saw like one time in Spring Split, and then they benched him
for whatever reason.
Yeah, for whatever reason. But they give him Gate, the support that we've seen and has not been impressive. And
Look, I like Gate. He seems like a nice guy, but
a nice guy doesn't win you games.
here's my hot take of the week. Potluck looked like the best player on Immortals.
He is the best player on Immortals. That's so sad. It's not sad because he's a new guy.
Good for him. Like, hey, it's not his fault that like he didn't bench Smithy or anything like that. Like, he is a guy who's getting an opportunity to play in the LCS, probably his dream, and I'm super happy for him. And he looked okay out there. Like, he looked all right, and that's impressive because they are such a shit show. And like, I know we pop off on Immortals all the time, but it's just depressing, man. Because like you're saying, it's like you have Apollo, Hakuho, and Smithy, and Insanity. Like, you could start those players and have a decent team.
Exactly. Like you can maybe play through Insanity. Like here's the thing: if you're an Academy learner, you will definitely learn a lot more playing in LCS, going into these other teams, than playing in Academy. Like people may be like, "Oh, Insanity hasn't looked that good," blah blah. But if you put them in the setting with all these other like players and guys who like know more, he could be pretty good. Like I know last split I watched some Academy games. Like Insanity and Potluck actually looked really good.
Yeah.
And they really popped off. Like they were in the beginning of spring, they were like 7-1 in the beginning of spring for Academy. I mean, they just fell off into a spiral of like doom. I don't know how, but it happened. But it'd be so easy. You just go Potluck Insanity and Apollo Hakuho bot lane. They'll be solid. Hakuho will find you like the engages and everything. And then Soaz could stay top. I mean, and if you don't think Soaz is going to be that good for you, just put an Allure on. He's been hanging around Academy for so long. And I've seen times it looks like that this guy can carry, but like as I said, if they go 0-4, like if they go another 0-2, they should just switch it up again.
Why is Ica still starting?
Because Zabu team.
Is he like his son? I don't understand. Like the point. Like there's no one watching League in North America right now who is like, you know what, man? I just really think Ica's gonna get it together.
The week 2 schedule. They play 100 Thieves and Golden Guardians week 2. Which they'll lose.
They should go 0-2 again this week. I mean, I'm not going to look at any game of anyone that they're playing and be like, yeah, they should win that. They shouldn't. They lost to CLG. Like, that's it. That was your chance.
Yes, they lost to CLG.
CLG got perfect game.
Yeah, they got perfect game, and they had a free Baron, but tried to kill the support. Their top laner died trying to kill the support, and then they didn't get the Baron. Like, come on. Like, there's no way in hell Immortals.
It just sucks too because their brand previously was so synonymous with like being good,
Yeah, but it's like different management and like different coaches. Like that Immortals roster, they had like Dodo for one.
Yeah, sure, that's true. They had a good coaching staff, or right coaching staff.
Yeah, maybe against Dig, but they're not going against Dig this week.
Yeah, but it's so like, who on Immortals is beating the Dig team? Like even if you're like,
I'm pretty sure Viper would solo kill Soaz.
Yeah, and it's honestly, like, dude, there's no way they're playing 4v5. Like Ica's not in the game. Like Froggen's only weakness is aggressive roaming mid laners. Ica barely roams to mid lane. Like why? There's like good Academy players.
Oh my god! You know what's great though? We get to get their game out. Wait, do we? Let me see. Yeah. We get their game out of the way early tomorrow, so we get to see how. But then, what if TSM loses to Immortals?
That could happen. That could happen. That could really happen. Here's what's probably happens. Right? Is like, let's see. What is the schedule this week? What they play tomorrow? Yeah,
they play tomorrow versus TSM.
Here's what happens. Week full of scrims. It comes out tomorrow morning. Hey, we were wrong. Smithy's in. Apollo Hakuho, and then Immortals beats TSM. They're like, you know what? No, we were wrong. Smithy's back in Academy.
Yeah, so I don't know. As I said,
that would be TSM slot.
Yeah, as I said, if they go 0-4, they just switch it up. It's early enough in the split.
What? You're not playing for a championship? Like,
Yeah,
you
they're not.
might
They're
as
not
well
going to win.
try.
They're not going. They're not going to Worlds. They're not going to win championship. They're not going to get to quarterfinals. They may not even make playoffs. You know, I mean, it's bottom 8 teams, so anything could happen at the end of the split. But there's just like no way. Honestly, Immortals should just like try and buy someone's academy players.
Dude,
Just
if you're right now,
put
if
them
you're
to
not going to
work.
start Smithy, you should be trying to trade him.
Yeah,
Like
or
for
some-
assets, try to trade him to one of these teams that has a decent academy team. You know, I bet
Yeah,
100 Thieves would trade off some academy assets to have Smithy. I bet TSM has said that they're kind of happy with their jungler right now. That they said, because I would think that's a perfect landing spot, but maybe not. I mean, even
Yeah.
like
I don't-
CLG, like, you know, go get Tuesday.
yeah, yeah.
Like, go trade for Tuesday
You
off
could.
CLG and get like Tuesday and Wind or something. I don't know. And then trade Smithy back to CLG. He can play with Poe Belter. Everybody's happy.
Yeah, it's just a really terrible It's not even. I can't even call it a terrible situation. It's just like it's just bad. This is what a bad GM, a bad coach, and bad man. You know, and the fact that Soaz and Ica are on Immortals, I feel like that's just a bad coaching thing. It's not even.
Well, you know they're paying out the ass for Smithy. You know, they talked about it in the offseason that he's finally getting the money he deserves. You know, because his contract had kind of been traded around through all these teams, remember? Or he left
Yeah.
Immortals, Team Liquid bought his contract. And then, you know, he was on that contract forever. Everybody said he deserved more. So you assume he probably signed a pretty good deal to go to Immortals. You know, this
Yeah.
split. 'Cause I'm sure he had choices to go wherever he wanted. And then you put him on the bench? It's like, what GM? That was your star. That's your big free agency signing, is to go get Smithy. And if you're not putting tools around him to win, like, what's the point? Like, what are we doing? Can you imagine
Yeah.
signing an all-star jungler and being like, cool, we got this all-star jungler. We know the whole game is around jungle mid, so we're going to go get this guy who was like in a challenger league over in Europe where he wasn't good.
Yeah,
Hope
it's
you're
like
good
getting,
against,
it's like
you
getting
know-
Karsa. It's like getting. It's like you get Karsa and you put him in this team. Who's he gonna play around? What is he gonna do?
Yeah, like what? Who does anything with this team?
It's,
Hey, you know Soaz wasn't cheap either to get him to come to NA.
yeah,
It's
but
just like,
he's just here for a paycheck.
exactly, but it's like, what is happening?
It's just really unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't know.
But you know, enough with the Flame Fest.
I could
Let's
go
look
on
on
for
to-
hours, yeah.
Let's look at like just what games are we really looking forward to?
Ooh,
Um,
baby. EG's week is sick.
oh yeah, all of EG's games.
Yeah, they play C9 and TL this week. So
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
like mwah. If you're, I can't even imagine prepping for this week as a coach.
Oh,
Like
man.
trying to figure out like, well, we're gonna play the best team in the league, and then we're gonna play a top 3 team in the league the next day. So, but
Ooh, EGTL thoughts.
if EG beats both of these teams, that would be like the sickest. Even if they won one, like, and come out of this 3-1 and like look good against C9, like, I'd be like, this is sick. This is a sick week for them.
Yeah. In terms of that matchup, I definitely feel EG will okay. Will they? I have high expectations that they will beat TL just because we have like Brox. To be honest, he didn't look that good, and seeing how like Closer basically manhandled him the Golden Guardians game, I feel that like mid jungle might be something EG has a step over TL on. And Kumo super good at absorbing pressure, as we know. Last split, that's all I did. But you know, like last week, he was able to get some kills and perform pretty well. And then the bot lane is really good. Yeah, Kumo is looking more solid. But with the bot lane matchup, I think that's where it's really going to matter, I suppose, because Bang's super good, Tactical's looking good, is probably super good also, but you know, we need to see more games to really just be like, this is the savior of North America, you know. But Yeah, I feel it's pretty even, but Jizuke has just the power in his hands to just take over the game. So I'm super. That's gonna be a good matchup, and I'm really excited to see how they'll square up versus C9. So guys,
I got another storyline for
listening.
you real fast.
Okay, well, yeah, guys, if you're listening, definitely tune in on those games. Your storyline.
Okay, so Bjergsen's like dip, not really dip, but the cooling of the hype on Bjergsen, right? So you would think logically that if you were Jensen, that like this is your time, man. Like people have cooled on Bjergsen. This double lift is gone. This is your time to show like, hey, I mean, you remember when I came into the league, I was the aggressive mid laner. I was supposed to be the solo killing, machine. And people have cooled on Jensen. And what better time to make your debut, say you're the star of Team Liquid, play well, than to beat Jizuke and EG in like a primetime game?
And he beats Jizuke with Echo.
With Echo.
Boom. Actually, that'd be pretty sick.
See, like, why is no one talking about that storyline of like, this is like another European that's come over and now is challenging the old guard of import mid laners, of Jensen and Bjergsen.
Yeah, it's but that's a really good point. Like that right there alone just made me even more excited for this matchup that we are about to see.
What happened if Jensen just comes out and just like claps Jizuke mid? How hype is that, dude? Where you're like, holy shit, is Jensen like the face of TL now? Is Jensen like an all-star mid laner again?
I think so. Man.
Can be so hyped for it.
Like this week has some pretty good games that I feel will answer like a lot of questions. We have, as I said, EG versus C9. Are these guys like is EG it? Can they contest? Did they improve greatly? We have, and then there's like Fly versus TSM.
It's a sleeper good game. Golden Guardians C9. It's the third game on Sunday. That should be a good game.
That's the other one I was thinking of that like really has lets us answer some questions. Like, okay, Golden Guardians look pretty freaking good their first week. If they could put up I don't think they're gonna beat C9, but if they could put up a good fight versus C9, like FlyQuest did, I mean that right there puts them in the discussion like, hey, these guys might be a top 4 team.
I think, if I'm remembering correctly, me and you both had Closer on our, I think you had him on your second team all-league jungler. I had him on my third team all-league jungler.
Wait, who? Closer?
Closer for Spring Split, when we did our awards for the split. I think you had him second team. We both had Blabber first team, I think. You may have had Closer first team. I think we both had Blabber first team, and you had Closer as your second best jungler, right?
Yeah.
I think I had him third. I had Santorin second. But like,
I have the list in here. I have the list somewhere, but I don't feel like pulling it up.
Me either. But
yeah, I think that sounds a bit right.
Point B, that I think Closer's one of the few junglers in North America that can challenge Blabber's aggression early. That he's also like a super good aggressive jungler. And now that, much like Niski, you have Damonte on Golden Guardians, you finally have that like steel on steel matchup in the mid jungle. If there were a team that were gonna like blow up that mid jungle synergy with their own aggressive mid jungle, it would be them. Like, this is the team to do it. Like them or EG are like the two teams that could do it. And that's C9's matches this week are probably the two best tests for them in the league. Because you don't really, even though Team Liquid's like a good team, you don't expect like Jensen Broxa to threaten like Blabber, Niski, just because their play styles are different. Like Broxa's aggressive, but Jensen is not like that.
Yeah, and seeing Damonte this week, I was just thinking, Damonte is kind of like I feel like I said this last show. Like Damonte is kind of looking like Niski light, but like three degrees cooler than three levels less than Niski, in terms of the playstyle at the moment. But and also Closer is looking like, honestly, if Closer continues playing how he's already played like the first 2 weeks, I know it's super early, but I think Closer could be an MVP for the summer. He already looked super good, and I think the reason Golden Guardians has so many isolated deaths is because I'm talking too fast. Is because they have this jungle who goes ham, knows how to fight, and all this other stuff. But Spring Split, they had Golden Glue, who wasn't exactly like the go ham, go in all right, this is the right call type thing. Right now, you have Demonte, and previous interview with Demonte a while ago, he said his own view of mid after watching Doimby play has like changed his mindset, and he tried to figure out his own style to play
Right.
as well. And like having this new mid two match closers like go in there, smack you around with your own camp's play style. It is just super good. So super looking forward to it, and it'll be great. But we are going heavy on the time right now. But is there anything else that you would like to address, Vega or chat? Is there one last comment that you guys would want us to attack or put our attention to?
Yeah, put our expertise to. I just want to say also, before we get anything from the chat, thanks guys for everything. This stream and the stream before have been our two biggest podcast streams that we've had, and our numbers for the week one were insane. So obviously you guys are as hyped as we are about getting back to the split. So thank you guys a ton for listening and everything like that. I'm so excited that there's 3 undefeated teams in the league. It's so fun to watch having good teams in the league, not like last split where we were like, is Dig an elite team? No, they lost 5 in a row after we said that. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of 2-0, who goes? Spica goes 2-0.
On the same level as he did when they played Dig, like he was carrying that game. Is he a top 3 jungler?
No.
No.
Top 3 jungler. That means because then you have to beat out Blabber, Closer, and Svenskeren. And Santorin.
Yeah. I think then you at least can make it has to be split long. Like, if he plays that way, I think we start to be like, okay. If he keeps this up, or if he just is okay the rest of the split and pops off like 6 of the 18 games, like pops off and then he's okay the rest of the split, I would say, yeah, he's probably a top 5 jungler. Yeah, but it's tough to break that top 3 because Blabber, Santorin, and Closer consistently last split and into this split have been like sick. And Svenskeren now even looks better. So like that's what I had to see.
Yeah, it's too early, but it's split long. If he keeps with that performance, who knows? Maybe he'll slide in there and maybe beat down one of our.
If one's gonna fall, it'll be Santorin, right? Probably.
I don't know. Santorin's been looking pretty good.
Yeah, I know, but like of the ones that you expect to have, like if I told you all 3 of them fell off, the one you would believe most, probably Santorin. Because I think Santorin's peak to like Closer and Blabber, are like all league junglers.
Okay, but what about? I feel if any, he's like push off Svenskeren.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think Santorin and Svenskeren are like probably neck and neck in peak skill. Santorin's been a little bit more consistent split.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I brought it up. It's been a little bit more consistent.
But I think like I don't know, like as far as potential, I think Blabber, like his potential, like how good he could be, just because of his play style, is higher than the other junglers. That's why I think he shined so much. Is like when he hits his like peak, he's carrying like hardcore, like regardless of what his team is doing.
Yeah, no, I think Blabber's a beast. Like, and at Worlds, I mean, people gave him a lot of crap, but he legit carried like early game versus G2 and some of the other teams, and then C9 just kind of fell apart. Like Blabber's a beast. People forget that he actually like carried an early game for a bit during Worlds and was like outperforming Yankos. And
and he didn't have a support. He didn't have Vulcan.
Yeah.
Which is a huge part of like, jungle support synergy is like huge. So now that he has an aggressive support who's like pushing wards, pushing engagement with him, he gets to shine on this team. Yes, if Spica leaves TSM, goes to C9, and pops off, he's top 3 jungle in the world, right? I mean, that's just natural.
Yeah, if you're on C9, you're just good at Worlds, apparently.
That's just the way it works, yeah.
But all right, guys. Vega, is there anything else you want to leave off on at all?
No, I mean that's good. No? Okay. I'm good. Right, I'm good. I'll shut up this week. I've talked a lot.
All right, but yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. As Vega said, really appreciate it. We had really good numbers for the stream, and to our listeners on Spotify as well. Thank you for keeping up with us. It's been really awesome going on this journey with you guys, and we shall keep it up. We are both super looking forward to the rest of the split, and hopefully when Worlds comes, we'll just be able to give you all the Worlds content all the time. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and we will catch you next week.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Did you mute it?